You know, when that door is open, I think it's a sign that they know you're there for them. Mm-hmm. When that door is closed, they're not sure.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers, fiercely local, fiercely loyal.
The one thing I've never done is shut my door. People have tried to shut my door, and I leave it cracked. And I'll tell recruits' parents, I leave that open, and we can have a nice, quiet conversation if it's something personal. But I never want a player to walk past my office with my door shut.
Yep.
Because I don't know what's going on in their lives. At least if I see them and they see me and I can give eye contact to them, okay? Yep. Afterwards, I can follow up with that young man. Where if my door was shut, guess what a kid's going to do?
Walk
Turn
right
around
by.
and walk. So, and so I'm big at, when I see doors shut, and it kind of, one of my OCD, I don't like seeing shut doors, and I know there's personal, and I'll leave a little crack if it is a personal situation.
Mm-hmm. You know, when that door is open, I think it's a sign that they know you're there for them. Mm-hmm. When that door is closed, they're not sure.
No.
It doesn't mean they stop every time and come in.
Yeah.
I remember when we got to Ohio State, the head coach's office was at the top of the Woody Hayes Center above the lobby, overlooking the field. And it was a beautiful view and so forth. And the players' locker room was 100 yards away. And I remember saying, well, this can't, how am I going to get to know these guys?
Yeah.
So we took the meeting room next to the locker room, as you know.
I do.
And if that door was shut twice in 10 years, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But we wanted them to know, hey, we're here.
Yes.
We're here for you.
Yes.
So you left Iowa State and went with your old sidekick, Luke Fickell.
I did.
Taking on the Cincinnati opportunity, a little closer to home.
Yeah.
Starting over.
Yeah.
So now you do a start over and another start over. Think back, because you guys did an extraordinary job, the championships and the victories, and think back to what you guys really worked on to build team.
Can I say a mistake I made in that time period? And even Luke would agree.
We usually learn more from our mistakes, so please do.
How you leave. At the time, I didn't know. I didn't. Luke gets the job. I asked Matt, hey, I'm going to go to his press conference. Next thing I'm getting text messages. Hey, Luke just mentioned he's hiring you and Marcus Free. And I feel like you learn how to leave. And even Luke's like, I should have called. So you learn through those experiences.
Sure, absolutely.
And that affects relationships, affect what Matt got me to a certain point and how I treated when I left. So that one really stuck with, so I tell my young coaches all the time, guys, I don't mind if you just keep me in the thing. But, going to Cincinnati, I remember living in Luke's basement as he prepared for a bowl game, and Marcus was living there, me. It was kind of neat. That experience of starting something and building it, from scratch. And at the time, kids in Cincinnati didn't stay in Cincinnati. They went elsewhere. And so we had to plant flags, we had to recruit, we had to develop, and to be able to be a part of that for 3 years, be able to keep, a 4-star tight end, in Cincinnati, Josh Wiley. I remember Luke taking me to dinner when he committed. He could have went anywhere in the country. But to see that and be part of it, and to see really too how Luke, was himself. We talked earlier, you got to be who you are.
You got to be who you are.
As much as I love Jim Tressel and what he can do, I got to be me.
Yep.
There's times I make mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes. Luke, the second time around, not an interim coach at Ohio, I think he was himself, and he really got to exhibit and become the coach he was. So to see that development too over time was fun.
And you have to build your team, you got to make sure that your team members know you need them to be them.
Yes.
Because we don't need them to try to replicate somebody we had, and that we accept them for who they are,
Yes.
and what they can contribute, and that every single person is important, and you know, we love you regardless of your performance. Now we're going to critique your performance, but you know, you be you, and as soon as you can feel comfortable that, hey, they love me, they don't mind who I am, what I look like, you know, what I believe, but you know, they do care that I keep the team in mind.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers, fiercely local, fiercely loyal.